It's your girl, Miss J Talks with Jay. Man, let's talk about Oops versus Holmzie Da God. And my predictions. I picked Oops to win. I picked Oops to win, so I was correct with my predictions. Like, initially, this is another battle I wasn't hyped for. I was happy to see Oops, back after his battle with Truth. And, this is good to see Holmzie back. But it's this battle just in general I wasn't hyped for. Um I got I got Oops won the battle. Like Holmesy was talking about how Oops joined the Four Horsemen, and now they're not called the Four Horsemen, they're called the Horsemen. Like and he was talking about Oops in his life and being in Congress and stuff like that. Like like it was a bad thing. Like you were talking about everything that was so positive about Oops, and Oops came back and was like, "Bro, you're basically talking about everything I'm doing. How he's on the front lines, how he was in Congress and got bills passed, and yeah, he ended up out of Congress because they tried to say he stole money, but Oops was out there front line during the hard times and everything that was going on. So it was like Oops was basically saying to Holmesy, you want to say about what I'm doing, but I'm doing it because this. He was Oscar nominated for I believe it's called St. Louis Superman. Like, come on, that's major. That's major. Um Oates talked about why he came to URL. He talked about him being sick. He talked about his journey of battle rap. And it's this was the next step for Oops. He'd been on all the other major platforms. URL would be the final place for him to be, where all the big names are. So here he is on URL doing his thing. Um, like Oops had just been in the streets and Congress and all the stuff like that. Like Halsey, the way he ended this second and third round, I didn't like it. It was just abrupt. Um, I expected more from Halsey. I said if you're gonna use the same angles and bars, same angles that people use with Oops, you got to be more creative in the way that you deliver it. At least like Oops, Oops was up there talking. He was talking. He had some stumbles, but I mean, he was talking. Um, Good win for Oops. I definitely want to see Oops again. Holmesy, I look forward to seeing who you will battle next too.